What's happening, guys? It is Thursday, almost Friday. All right, I need to get a new situation going here because this light situation is glaring. All right. Um. So tonight we are going to be talking. I posted on Facebook to see what you guys want me to talk about tonight, and the majority of you want me to talk about the differences between the AUDL versus USA Ultimate. So for those that don't know, the AUDL is a professional Ultimate League, semi-professional, I guess you could say. No one is really quitting their day jobs, but players are getting some sort of compensation, whether it be travel, jerseys, whatever it may be, to play. USA Ultimate is the governing body of Ultimate Frisbee in America, and essentially what it is you pay yearly dues to them to allow you to play in these tournaments, a lot of which are not run by USA Ultimate, and they're sanctioned by USA Ultimate, and then you end up going into the series where you can play sectionals, regionals, and then end up qualifying possibly. Dude, you can see all the Frisbees in the background. It's so cool. And then end up possibly qualifying for nationals. And so that's basically the two different leagues that we have. And USA Ultimate also runs right now basically College Ultimate as well, and they do a bunch of things with Youth Ultimate also. So I'm just going to kind of go through kind of the differences of what I think between the two. And I would love to hear in the comments. I'm sure a lot of people are going to disagree with me, which is fine. These are my opinions. Take them or leave them. But post them in the comments, or if you're watching this on Facebook or Twitter, you can mention me on there or post in the comments on there. Whatever you want to do. So first off, the biggest difference is the AUDL actually responds to my emails, which is nice. USA Ultimate, I don't know what the deal is with them. I don't know if they have a grudge against me for whatever reason or whatnot because I played at Florida and they have a thing against Florida. I don't know what it is, but I actually have not been able to get in contact with anyone from USA Ultimate, which I find a little strange. So yeah, and the AUDL have been very open in communication, not only with me but with anyone that really wants to contact them and get information. Okay, so as far as playing, that's just me ranting a little bit to you guys. As far as playing style, as far as like actually on the field difference, the AUDL has referees. USA Ultimate does not. They have self officiating, but they also have at the bigger tournaments they have observers to where if the two people can't figure it out, then it goes to the observers. So that's main difference in actually officiating. I'm going to give that one to the AUDL because when you're playing at a competitive level, and this is kind of a big thing. I asked yesterday, the other day, what do you guys call it, sportsmanship or spirit of the game? And a lot of you guys said spirit of the game. I'm going to kind of disagree with you on that and say that I call it sportsmanship. I don't think Ultimate, personally me, I don't think we need to come up with a different word for it than they have in other sports. I think Ultimate is different enough that we don't need to really try to find other ways to make it even more different from other sports. So I call it sportsmanship, and I love playing with referees because I'm able to just go out and play my hardest. And yeah, do some calls bad? Of course, you're gonna get that in anything. I took basketball or something, some basketball class my sophomore year, and we had to ref basketball games in our class, and it was like the hardest job in the world to just ref a 5-on-5 pickup basketball game. Really, it's so hard. But essentially, you're gonna have bad calls on both sides. It's gonna level it out. And it was actually funny at at USAU Nationals, Club Nationals. It'll be funny if any of these observers are actually watching this vlog because I would love them to comment on this. But I think it was after Game 5 or something. I just got done ice bathing, and I don't know if it was Chris or who it was, but we went down to like the pool area, and we were going to jump into pool and then kind of the hot tub to kind of, I need water, to kind of slowly get away from the ice bath. And because ice baths freeze me out. And we got in the hot tub, and there was probably like 8 people in it. And they were all observers at nationals. Now, most of them weren't open observers. Most of them were doing mixed or masters or women's, but they were all observers. And the question I asked them is, we talked a lot. I think we ended up talking for like 30 minutes. But the one question that was very alarming to me is I asked them, I said, how many times do you guys watch a game where you see something happen? Okay, let's just say player A versus player B, and player A goes up and drops it and calls foul. And you see player A and player B come and talk together. And player A ends up convincing player B that they fouled them. And really, if you were able to go in and say what actually happened, it would be a different call. How many times did you see something happen and these 2 people try to talk it out and the wrong thing ended up happening? And they said a lot. They said it happens 5, 6 times a game, where if they had the power to come in and actually rule what actually happened, it would be completely different. And what I was gonna say too, they said that they saw that one game that weekend, a pole went up and it literally hit one of the offense people in the leg. It hit him in the shin, and the other team didn't see it, and this team didn't say anything, and there was no turnover. Where if they were able to make a call, they would have been able to call a turnover right then, and game would play. And at some level, obviously, it would be nice to have players make the right calls themselves, but there is a 0% chance of that there's 0% chance of that actually happening because of 2 things. One, you have so much focus on trying to win the game and do whatever it takes to win the game. And secondly, there's just so many times where you have no idea actually if you were in or not, if that person hit you or not. There's a lot of times where you just have no clue, and you're just making your best gut judgment when there's a third party standing right there that saw exactly what happened. So I know I don't want to get this really all into refs or not, but that's my spiel on why I like refs, why I prefer sportsmanship over spirit of the game. And I'm just a competitor, man. At the end of the day, I just want to win, and I want to do whatever I can to beat the other team. But I'm always going to respect my other teammates, my other team, and I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt. I mean, Columbus beat us the first game. Hats off to them. Revolution beat us in the second game. Hats off to them. They played better than us and they beat us. So, all right. So that's that. What else? The AUDL, the field size is bigger. Now, the reason why I like this, USA Ultimate, it's 70 and 25-yard end zones. AUDL, it's 80-yard field and 20-yard end zones. And also the length is a little different. USAU is a little shorter. AUDL is actually a football field. Now, the reason why I like the football field is this. Is from a viewer's standpoint, watching the game, not having any clue what Ultimate Frisbee is, you know where the end zones are, and the sidelines. Because you're playing on a football field, everything is already lined up that way. You can see the sidelines, all that stuff. It's easy to see. Now, at USA Ultimate, when we were playing, I think in the 2010 National Championship game, you can watch it. We were playing on a high school field, and there was lines on it for football, and there was lines on it, I believe, for lacrosse as well. So there was a lot of lines on it, and then also we were playing on our own line field. So looking at it is very difficult as from a viewer standpoint of seeing where you are you in bounds, are you out of bounds, what the heck's going on. So playing on a football field, it allows you to play on a lot of different venues, and it also allows the viewers to simply see and know what's going on the field. Man, water is the best liquid in the world. Okay, so you got that. I mean, there's a bunch of fouls and stuff that are different on the field. I'm not gonna go too much into that, but the speed of the game, because there's referees and also because there's only 40 seconds in between points, the speed of the game is very quick. Ultimate games tend to end up being very slow paced if you're watching it from a viewer standpoint. A lot of discussions about what the heck's going on between between a call, and then in between points. I think most of the time 90 seconds is allowed, but it even gets stretched sometimes to 2 minutes of where a score happens, and then there's 2 minutes of no action. AUDL, it's 40 seconds. A score happens, in 40 seconds, the poll's going up, and the next point's happening. It's very, very fast. It's a very difficult. It was actually a very difficult change for the players to make that transition quickly. But now that we've gotten a hold of it, I think as far as watching a game, it's very nice. AUDL, you play to a time. So the score you could end up scoring 50 points, you could end up scoring 5 points. You play time. You don't play, I believe it's 12 minutes per quarter, and there's 4 quarters. Whereas USA Ultimate, you play to 13 or 15, which is another weird thing. Sometimes you're playing to 13, sometimes you're playing to 15, which is kind of weird in my mind. It should be the same thing all the time, I think, personally. But AUDL, you play time. That's it. And I think that allows for really exciting plays at every end of each quarter. You know, the time runs out, exciting play right there. And then towards the end of the game, you know, you can see how much time is left in the game. Whereas USA Ultimate, there's so many times where like a whistle just blows and it's like caps on, and it's like, oh, okay, well, I guess we are only playing to 2 more points, and you really have no idea exactly how much more time you have. So I like that aspect of it. It also gives you a chance to come back. In USA Ultimate, if you go up by like 5 points, I mean, against a good team, 5 points, you're not going to come back. It's just not going to happen. If you're up 5-1 and you're playing to 13, to think about being able to make up that difference in that little small margin, very difficult. But if you're up 5-1 in the AUDL, but both teams are going to end up scoring 25 points, that margin becomes larger, gives you more of a chance to come back. So that is a cool aspect of the sport too. The game isn't just over after one team breaks the other team in a couple times. So that's cool. I think as far as playing wise, that's all I'm going to say the differences are. Other things that are different. AUDL. AUDL is actually promoting and putting out the sport the best way they can. They know how. They've gotten on, one of my plays got on ESPN Top 10 Plays. This pass catch by Brent Anderson got on Top 10 Plays. Got on the Yahoo homepage, so it now has over 1 million hits. And actually watching that clip, I mean, I think it's awesome that we're promoting the sport and all that stuff. But like watching my highlight and his highlight, those things happen all the time in Ultimate. If you watch my catch and you watch his layout and you're an actual Ultimate player and you play a lot, you're going to look at that and go, man, I've seen that before. You know, and that's the crazy thing is our sport has so many highlights. It happens all the time. The only difference is now that you have referees, now that you have a venue that you're playing at, now you have fans, now you have high camera angles, all these things add to the legitimate aspect of the sport, and it makes people like ESPN want to show it versus just a random pickup game. If I'm filming a pickup game at the local YMCA basketball, something really unbelievably, incredibly amazing has to happen for it to make top plays. But when you put it in the NBA, I mean, there's a lot of things that make the top plays from the NBA that isn't super incredibly amazing that you would never be able to do ever again. It's just a good play in the NBA. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. Is Ultimate, there are so many good plays. USA Ultimate Nationals, there's going to be so many good plays happening. But not having refs on the field, not having a big fan base, not having the right venue is going to kind of diminish those plays, if that makes sense to you. Let me know what you think about that. Differences, man. I think that's all I really want to talk about, really, is getting 15 minutes long. So if you have questions, post it in the comments below about anything USA Ultimate, anything AUDL, and I can try and answer some of those. But yeah, man, the way the sport's going right now, I'm excited about it. This is where the sport needs to go, and the thing is I don't think AUDL has to compete against USA Ultimate. I don't think that they're competitors in any way. I don't think that needs to happen. I think some people can continue to play USA Ultimate. I just think there needs to be a different level. There needs to be a level that's above the rest that can be promoted to really help bring in a lot of people into the sport. And you know, there's gonna be nothing's gonna ever stop someone from being able to go out with a bunch of their friends and play 7-on-7 ultimate without referees. You can always do that. So no one should ever feel threatened or anything like that. I don't really know where all the hatred's coming from. There's a lot of people hating on the AUDL, hating what it's doing, hating how it's changing the sport. Every sport has gone through changes. There's not a single. The NBA, I mean, the NBA literally, they just came up with a new rule, the clear path foul. All these leagues that have been around for years are still changing every year. They're still modifying and changing every year. What the NBA looked like 20 years ago, 30 years ago is completely different than what the NBA looks like now. And we have to be okay with growth. We have to be okay with change. And if you don't like it, if you don't like what it's doing, then don't play it and play at the level that you want to play at. But the thing is USA Ultimate, I think, is very straightforward with where they want to go, what they want to do. And as far as their mission and stuff, it's pretty clear to the lack of emails, to just the lack of sending me a response of anything, because I've been very open with them about wanting to try to maybe do something together to help promote the sport with like a video or whatever it may be, and I haven't gotten a response from them, and that says a lot to me, just because I'm all about, and some people might not like this, but I'm all about promoting the sport, and if that's having to promote myself to get the sport out there, that's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to do it to the best of the way I can. So, take it for what you want. That's real talk. That's what I'm talking about. All right, long enough. I'm sure a lot of you guys have a lot of things to say because I talked a lot. And the thing is, too, one thing I'm going to be honest with you guys is I'm always going to speak what I think. I'm not going to say things to make myself have more of a fan base or to appeal to the masses. I'm all about being real to myself, doing me, and if some people don't like that, then some people don't like that. But, I don't think it's ever a good idea to try to say things and do things that you don't believe, because that's when you get in trouble. So, if some of the things I said you don't agree with, I apologize. We're always going to have disagreements. We're not always going to agree on the same thing. But hopefully we both agree on the fact that Ultimate is an incredible sport. A lot of people need to get involved and play with it. And it needs to be at the level where people can start doing it professionally. Plain simple. I mean, that would be awesome. In high school, if you play Ultimate, that you can potentially think about going to college, studying, playing Ultimate, and then graduating and playing professional Ultimate, and that is what you do. That would be legit. All right, that's it. Under 20 minutes. Woo! I'm going to drink some water and work on some of this Epic Trick Shot Battle Tres Leches. This video is going to be sick. You guys are going to love it. I think you're going to like it a lot. It's one of my favorite videos so far. Some of the shots in there are really creative and stuff. So I think you guys will enjoy it. If you haven't yet, pick up one of my signature discs in the description below. Also, be sure to like and follow me on Twitter. What else I got going on? Oh, you can pick up some Everything Ultimate swag. You can buy my jersey, my AlleyCats jersey, home and away. And yeah, we've got a game coming up tomorrow. Well, almost tomorrow. A rematch against Columbus at Columbus. So it should be a doozy. Hope to see a bunch of you guys out there. I know some people were tweeting me saying they're driving up from West Virginia and stuff, which should be cool. So hopefully a bunch of you guys come out. I would love to see all you at the game. If you're supporting the Cranes or you're supporting the AlleyCats, whatever, you're supporting Ultimate, so that's fine with me. If you want to heckle me, by all means, heckle me. I have bad hearing, so I can't even hear it anyways. All right. If you're still watching this, I love you guys. That's awesome. You're going to watch a 20-minute video of mine. Like 3 more minutes, and that's like my own TV show with commercials, which is crazy. That's like watching a Modern Family episode, and I'm not nearly as entertaining as Modern Family. So I appreciate that, guys. I appreciate that. All right. Like and comment if you want a sticker. If this is your name, you want a sticker. Whoop! So congrats on that. I will see you guys later. Peace and man up. 21 minutes, bros. Yeah. Let's do